Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this March the 28th, 2025. I'm hoping everybody had a great Friday out there so far. Hope everybody has a great Friday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the storm systems across the country, and also we got several severe weather outbreaks coming. We got one coming up on Sunday, which will affect portions of the South, Tennessee, and Ohio River Valley portions, and then for Monday, stretching from up here around the Mid-Atlantic, northeastern U.S., all the way to Florida. Then another day 6 outlook has been added from Texas back to up toward the Ohio and Tennessee River Valley once again. We'll show you that in tonight's video as well. Plus your local forecast is also included as well. Alright, you can see we got one storm system here out in the tropical Atlantic that will continue to push away. Scattered activity across South America, Central America as well, and the Eastern Pacific. Here's a storm system here getting its act together over portions of Texas, the northern Gulf, also in Louisiana, portions of Mississippi and Alabama, and also stretching up toward Missouri. All of this activity will slowly push off to the east over the next day or two, and then portions of this system will reach the East Coast, and the Carolinas coming up on Sunday. You see more systems here moving into the Four Corners region and the portions of Utah, into portions of Wyoming and Colorado region. We got another storm system up here around the northeast, stretching into the Great Lakes region across northern Michigan and Wisconsin, also through the Dakotas. And then we got another system here trying to move into Washington State, Idaho, and also southwest Canada. You can see there's another storm system here moving towards the Baja area of California and Southern California, which will move into the regions as well. So, alright, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe, also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, you can see we got some pockets of heavy snow up here in portions of northern Vermont and also portions of New Hampshire and Maine. Freezing rain from portions of Massachusetts through Vermont to New York State to around Lake Erie, Lake Superior, Ottawa, Canada, also around Toronto, Canada, through northern Michigan, Wisconsin, also Minnesota, southwest Minnesota, a little bit in South Dakota. Got a pocket of heavy snow also in portions of Montana. We got mixed precipitation up here from Maine across South Canada, stretching to Minnesota, to Nebraska, to Colorado, to Utah, to Idaho, Montana, Washington, Oregon State, a little bit in northwestern California. Critical fire weather over here in portions of New Mexico and also into Texas. Shower activity across portions of California up to Washington, Oregon State, along coastal areas there as well. Flash flooding and heavy rain continues across southeast Texas and southern Louisiana. Lots of flooding will be going on in that region as well. Pockets of severe weather up here in portions of Oklahoma to Kansas to Missouri for you Saturday as well. Also portions of Iowa to Kansas to Texas to Louisiana to the northern Gulf to Florida Keys, Florida region, portions of the Bahamas, Atlantic coastal water, Georgia all the way up to Illinois. Got some showers and storms for you guys as well. Rain showers from Georgia to upstate South Carolina to Pennsylvania to New York State over to Rhode Island, back to southern Michigan, also southeastern Wisconsin, also in the portions of Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, and Tennessee, and the western North Carolina and the West Virginia regions as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Saturday. Alright, here's your Sunday outlook. You can see that severe weather outbreak stretching from southern Michigan to Ohio to Tennessee to Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, Texas, also through Arkansas and Missouri region. There's freezing rain expected for portions of Maine to portions of Massachusetts, New Hampshire, northern New York State, over toward Toronto, Canada, Ottawa, Canada, over toward Lake Erie, Lake Superior, northern Michigan, Wisconsin, also Minnesota. Mixed precipitation there as well, stretching around Lake Erie in South Canada, also Lake Superior, and then back into Minnesota, back through Nebraska and Colorado, also in Iowa and also Wisconsin. Pockets of heavy snow up here in northern areas of Minnesota and northern Wisconsin and northern Michigan region as well. We got some thunderstorms and showers from portions of Maryland, Delaware, D.C., down to the Florida Keys, including portions of northwest Bahamas, the portion of the Atlantic coastal waters, the northern Gulf, to Louisiana, to Texas, all the way up to portions of Iowa. And also we have some shower activity around Pennsylvania, New York State, over toward Connecticut and Rhode Island and New Jersey area as well. More shower activity from Nebraska to Kansas to Colorado, and then along the California coastal areas, and also in the inland areas, also at the portion of Washington, Oregon State coastal areas in the Eastern Pacific. Alright, we got snow flood in portions of South Dakota, Nebraska, to Colorado, to Wyoming, to Montana, to Idaho, and also we got mixed precipitation in Washington, Oregon, Idaho, California, and the mountain range of California as well. Pockets of heavy snow over northern portions of California. Alright, otherwise, big dry, high pressure thermometer charge you your local forecast area for your Sunday. Alright, let's move on to the current watch and warning advisory map for your location across the nation. Okay, you can see we got some winter weather advisory, winter storm warnings, and effect reports of Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, northern New York State. And also we got more winter weather advisories over here in portions of Minnesota, Wisconsin, also northern Minnesota, North Dakota, and also in the Montana and Idaho region as well. Even got a winter storm watch for one county in Montana. Even got some frost advisory with northern California, wind advisory southwest, red flag warning for Texas to New Mexico, to areas of Colorado to Nebraska, portion of Iowa, southwest Minnesota, southeast South Dakota, western North Carolina, upstate South Carolina as well. Here's a tornado watch for you guys here in eastern Texas, western Louisiana. Flood watch is in effect there. Got one flash flood warning also in effect for Louisiana. I also have some flood advisory for portion of Mississippi, and also a couple in Texas. Then we got special weather statements for the following states. This includes the Boston area, Massachusetts, Connecticut, down toward Rhode Island, eastern Pennsylvania, Delaware, D.C., West Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, also into Georgia, eastern Kentucky, eastern Tennessee, also a portion of Iowa, also, much of Iowa, northern areas in Illinois, and also a portion of Indiana, also in the Texas regions as well. And also we have some, let's see what we got, blowing dust also all the way up in portions of Illinois region as well. Alrighty, and hydro issues over Indiana. Alright, we got small craft advisory, gale warning from up here around the Boston area, stretching to portions of the Outer Banks of North Carolina, then from portions of Florida to the Florida Keys, Big Bend and Panhandle region of Florida, southern Alabama, also coastal areas of Louisiana and southeast Texas. Then again from southern California up to Washington State. Hawaii and Chain Island looks good. Small craft advisory and gale warnings around the Alaska area. Western Alaska special weather statements. Northern tip of Alaska looks like this with a winter weather advisory. Alright, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center outlook. Here is that severe weather outlook for your Saturday. As you can see, here it is from portions of Texas to Waco to Dallas, Fort Steele, Norman, Oklahoma, also Oklahoma City. This is a marginal risk for this area here up toward Del Monte, Iowa, Pierre, Springfield, Hannibal, portion of Lincoln and Omaha. You're included. Slight risk include Kansas City, down toward Wichita, and portion of Tulsa regions as well for severe weather. And then you got general thunderstorms up here across portions of Watertown to New York City, also down toward New Orleans to Fort Myers, Miami, and then again from New Orleans up toward Detroit, Michigan, and then far west to Spokane, Washington, Great Falls, Montana, and also down toward Grand Junction areas of Colorado. Alright, let's move on over to the tornado probability. Looks like this. There's that 2% around Wichita up to Kansas City and Tulsa. Damaging winds look like this. 5% from Waco all the way to Del Monte, Iowa. And the large hail looks like this. We have the slashed area, the yellow slashed hatched area there for Wichita down toward Tulsa and surrounding areas. That's for maybe some baseball size hail, golf ball size hail. Kansas City to Jefferson City, you may get some, maybe some quarter size to maybe golf ball size, ping pong ball size as well. And then we got 5% up here around Del Monte, Iowa, down toward Waco, Texas. Alright, now let's move on to day number 3. And the severe weather for your Sunday look like this. Okay, you can see general thunderstorm from Portland, Oregon, all the way down to northwestern California, and then again from portions of Jackson down toward Pueblo, Colorado, Then we got from Burlington to Fort Myers, Florida Keys, San Antonio up to the Cross area. That's for general thunderstorm. And then we got from Milwaukee to Kansas City to Austin to Houston to New Orleans, Atlanta. Far north is Rochester, Buffalo area. You're in the marginal risk. The slight risk includes Chicago to Hannibal to Kansas City, all the way down to Lupkins, Alexandria, Jackson, Birmingham, Chattanooga, all the way over toward Cleveland, Ohio. This is the area of slight risk. Then we have an enhanced risk from Greenville, Mississippi to Little Rock to Memphis to Jackson, Tennessee, over to portion of Nashville, Bowling Green, Louisville, Kentucky, Cincinnati, Ohio, Indianapolis, Indiana, Springfield, Missouri as well. So, alright, the probability looks like this. Tomorrow we'll have the tornado probability. You can see in the red 30%. That's where the significant severe weather will occur from Shreveport as far north as Fort Wayne to almost Chicago, Illinois. Elsewhere it'll be just 5 and 15% respectively. Alright, move on to day number 4. This will be along the East Coast. This is for your Monday. They extended it a little bit further north into portion of up here toward Albany, New York, Springfield, Boston area, also Scranton, New York City, Philadelphia, stretching all the way down to Columbia, South Carolina, to Jacksonville, Florida, to Tallahassee, Mobile, Alabama, New Orleans, Louisiana, also Jackson, Mississippi. You're included as well. Right now they're going with a slight risk. Would not be surprised maybe a moderate risk could be added in portions of this slight risk area as well. Alright, let's move on to day number 6. We got another severe weather outbreak for 6. We go from Detroit to Bowling Greens, Nashville, Tennessee, to Jackson, Mississippi, to Lupkins, Shreveport, Waco, all the way up to Pierre and also Hannibal area. Another slight risk area has been included. Another slight risk area should be added along the East Coast on day right now 7 do not have it, but should be in the next probably in the next maybe on day 6 have another slight risk along the East Coast, maybe far from where it is now, from portion of Pennsylvania to Florida, back to New Orleans as well. We'll continue to monitor that and see what happens. So get ready, folks, for active severe weather period over the next couple of weeks to come. Severe weather season is in full swing, so expect lots of severe weather to occur over the next couple of months. Some may be intense and some may be damaging to some neighborhoods, so we would not be surprised to rule out some of that as well. Some of these storms may devastate many areas over the coming weeks, so get ready for that. This is just a warning to everybody. Just want to give you a heads up. Also take care. Also enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos, make sure you subscribe if you have not. Still trying to reach that 600 subscriber mark, 6 away from 600, so 6 more people. Make sure you add so that way I can get to 600 subscribers. Alright, we'll catch you back in the next video, so have a wonderful Friday evening, folks. Take care and enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got.